is the radar for Irma, or what will be Irma. So this looks pretty interesting. You have two areas of low pressure apparently. One just off of Jacksonville, just southeast of Jacksonville, and another one northeast of Jacksonville. But the NAM 4 kilometer, saying that this will be the main area of low pressure. This is going to be the primary low. And from what it looks like, it is, because see, looks like there is a swirl over here. And the models are saying that this will develop into something. And a large majority of these models have it becoming a strong tropical storm. Not quite a hurricane, but then weakening due to either interaction with land or interacting cooler waters. The models are now saying it's going to hug the coast, which will bring some wind and rain to New York City. So it's not going to go out to sea like this, nor is it going to travel up like that. So it's going to probably take that track, which means New York City will get some effects from it. So here's the thing. This system will bring some effects to New York, but this is from the 0 Z. This is basically from like 10 p.m. So now the GFS should be starting to have its first run coming in very shortly, in about a few minutes. Waiting the 0 Z run of the GFS, and even the 18 Z run has been a little more interesting, showing it going slightly closer to the coast. But the trend has been further north and west. I'm going to show you the NAM 4 kilometer. It is also hinting on that coastal low as well. You know, the one right here. See a little swirl right there? You see that little thing right there, right? But it's also saying that this will become the main feature. And it also shows that the low, the center of the low is here. So yeah, looks like this may actually be the correct model. And then let's go to Mid-Atlantic and look what's going to happen now. Basically, you will have a transitioning system going from tropical to extratropical. Maybe it will become tropical again once it moves over warm waters. But the regular NAM is kind of showing the same thing, except that it's going to back in to like North Carolina and then go up the coast. This NAM has a more elongated system, which is a colder core system. But how do I tell from the 4 kilometer NAM that it's tropical or not? Like, here's a trick. Here's a little trick right here I'm about to show you. The trick is using infrared, simulated infrared satellite. So tropical, tropical, tropical. You see all the thunderstorms forming around the center. Here, it looks like the thunderstorms around the center. This is where the core of the thunderstorms are at hour 44. So the storm is just east of Virginia Beach. It's like a thunderstorm activity simulated infrared satellite at that very moment. Hour 44 has it pretty much over here. So here's where the system is actually located. Hold on, let me put hour 44 over here so I could actually find the correct spot. Look to surface temperature. So the actual low is over here. Well, on simulate infrared satellite. So the center of the low is actually going to be here. So you're going to have some wind shear, but mostly the storms will be concentrated to around the center. And what's going to happen is it's not wind shear what's going on here. It's the system transitioning from a tropical to a non-tropical system. One last fire of convection and then it moves on. So you're going to have some rain in New York City. This is not a hurricane. This is just, it actually looks kind of like a nor'easter. Impacting the northeast. See? This looks like a regular nor'easter. Nothing tropical at all. And even the rainfall is not that impressive. Let's look for the regular NAM run. Simulated average cloud cover. I unfortunately cannot find infrared. And look, that's still Harvey going strong. So I'm looking at the high resolution rapid refresh. What it's showing now is basically a tropical system. Basically the same thing the NAM is showing. Southeast. This looks pretty interesting because the last run had it going into like South Carolina, Georgia border, while the current run has it a little further east, which actually may be a bad thing because it actually may re-strengthen. You have 1,008 millibar low, total precipitation accumulation. Let's look at wind gust. This is to determine whether it's a tropical, non-tropical. Looks like it's a very weak system. Maybe a tropical storm at worst. Let's go to the southern Great Plains. You have Irma hugging the coast. You have a part of Irma that's off the coast. Let's look at the surface pressure. So 1,000 millibars. But now look, it's getting stronger. Because you see that right there, a little dot right there. Let me clear that up for you a little. A little dot right there. It's going under 1,000 millibars right there. So will be some minor strengthening, which will once again hurt Houston again. Very concerned about that. So you see 1,000, you have 1,002 millibar low. It's going to weaken a little bit. Then look what's going to happen. 998. Simulated reflectivity. Should it once again strengthening. So actually, this actually may be a very, very bad situation for Houston. Now look, it's strengthening again. The winds weaken. And then once again re-strengthens as the storm winds up again as it moves back towards the Gulf. This is a nightmare for Houston. I'm going to show you the radar for Houston right now. Look at this, flash flood warning. Flood stage, so look, at 8:05 p.m. the stage was 137.1 feet, flood stage is 133.1 feet for the Little Cypress Creek. Flood warning for all these rivers, flood warning, flood warning, flood warning. Flash flood warning. 7:09 p.m. Doppler radar indicated band of shielded moisture. Oh, here's a warning. Flash flood emergency for life-threatening catastrophic flooding. The National Weather Service in Lake City has extended a flash flood warning for northeastern Austin County. It includes look what they're saying. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Seek higher ground now. Historic flooding is expected to continue in the Houston metropolitan area through the foreseeable future. This is a flash flood emergency for life-threatening catastrophic flooding. This is a PDS, a particularly dangerous situation. Seek higher ground now. I mean, like buildings, go up. Like, what do you mean higher ground? Like, Houston is mostly flat. I mean, like, go to your attic. They literally mean attic. Be especially cautious at night. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. And not only that, there's another tropical system that's forming in the Atlantic right now, and the ensembles are saying that this actually may impact the East Coast. Jeez. Oh, they canceled the tropical storm warning for eastern New Jersey. You see, they cut back the tropical storm warning a little bit because the storm is going to be transitioning. But they're still issuing tropical warnings for North Carolina and watches for the inland areas and warnings for the offshore areas. Anyway, I'm going to go to the current run of the GFS to the ensemble mean. And look at that. Storm, and then look. Oh, tropical system coming in. So there's moisture from the tropical system now. Much different from... let's look at the earlier run to this run. See? Big difference. Much more rainfall. And look at mean temp. Hour 54. The current run. Slightly further west, but also a slightly weaker system too. And now I'm waiting for the current run to come in, but I'm going to show you right now. And see this? See that's from the tropical system. See? It's showing areas, concentrated areas of low pressure from that storm. Example mean accumulation. Look what they're showing. Look at this one right here. Showing a storm coming from the southeast, and then doing basically a sandy right into New England. This is a terrible, terrible situation. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, look at this one right here. Look at this. And then right doing a sandy. Oh my God. Look at that left-hand hook. I mean, look at this. And look at this one too. There's potential for a Hurricane Sandy type event here. I mean, look at all that cold air extending down. Oh, jeez. I mean, look at this. The storm is barely off the radar. You can't even see it. And then, boom, it just hooks in. I mean, look at that hook. That right there. I mean, look at that. Just look at that. Boom, right there. Major hurricane over Nova Scotia. This may actually bring some rain back into New England as well. Let's check. Yeah, looks like it is. See that? See that little jog west? Look at that. Jeez. But the ones that show landfalling system, let's see. You have one missing. And then about, I think, 2. This one has a near miss right here. Near miss, basically doing an Earl. This one has a horrible scenario. I mean, look at all this rain right here. See all that rain here? You're having a very powerful hurricane over here. Right here, you have a very, very powerful hurricane here. This is just extremely destructive hurricane going through just west of the Bahamas. I mean, look at this. And then right up the East Coast. This is the worst case scenario right here. And potentially another one here. Look at that blocking high right there. Hurricane here. It's going to happen. It's going to go inland. I mean, look at this. Jeez. Let's go to wind spaghetti plot. No, ensemble wind. I mean, look at these winds right here. Jeez, look at that. Oh my God. This is a disaster waiting to happen. Well, thank you for watching. But before I go, very few of these models have this disaster happening. Only a few of them do. Most of the models have a hurricane, but not impacting the East Coast. Matter of fact, number of disaster scenarios has actually gone down with this run. Here, you have 1, 2, you have like 5 different scenarios where you have a hurricane. Let's go to hour 300, or just shy of 300, to 294. Let's see, 1. You basically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like almost 8 hurricanes. Yeah, with this run, you only have like a few. So actually, this model run has fewer disasters happening. But this one has this one has the left hook, like the sandy left hook right here. The last one. This one has the sandy scenario happening. No. But most of the models don't, so this actually may be a trend that Jose will go out to sea. Once it becomes named, it will probably track across the Atlantic, go northwest, and then go out to sea. That actually may be a good thing, but it'll generate a lot of swells and rip currents along the East Coast. Well, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye. So, but before I go, my prediction for New York City is northeast winds at 25 to 30, northeast winds at 20 to 30 with gusts of 40, with some rain. Not predicting anything major. Well, thank you for watching. Bye. And before I go, I'm going to check if the GFS loaded. only goes out 12 hours now. Look what's going on here. It also backs in the system. This one has an even weaker system potentially. And you're gonna have, see, it kind of has a little, connects with Harvey a little bit. So this may have a weaker system going into the northeast, bringing just a little bit of rain. Well, thank you for watching. Have a great day.